be fine.
That's fine. I'm just
It's not
concerned.
it's not a tornado causing a storm.
Yeah, no, I'm not concerned about that. I'm just
Hopefully,
concerned.
knock on wood. Knock on wood.
I'm just concerned about
There's
potentially
no
like a branch knocking out or a power line or something causing
yeah.
an outage.
In which case, you
Ugh.
know, you got to roll with the punches.
Yep. But let's get going.
All right,
Hopefully it goes well.
let's hit them up.
Let's do
New
this.
York, Providence, two lefties on the mound. Count Crabula, P-Dub, Wooden. Woods, excuse me, not Wooden. I don't know why I said Wooden. Uh, New York looking to win the series at home, go back to the World Series. Providence looking to thwart that as it's a pop-up out of play from Traveler. Excuse me. And here comes Baltz. Baltz to right. It'll be a single for Baltz. Here comes Zalewinski. Zalewinski? There's not an N in there. Hey, it's a double to center field. They won't send the runner, so runner on second and third, one out for Providence. Threatening in the top of the inning from the jump. That ball's hit to center field. They will send the runner and no throw, so they'll be safe at home. So Providence takes an early 1-0 lead on P-Dub Woods, the lefty. That ball's hit to right. It gets down. They will send the runner again. Safe at the plate. And a 2-0 lead for Providence before New York even picks up a bat. That'll be a dribbler down the third base side. And what a play from the third baseman. What a throw from Magic to end the inning. But not before 2 runs come across. New York trailing before they even come to the plate. It's a grounder to short, second for Payne to get the first out of the inning. Here comes Mihier. He will walk on the 3-2 count. AJay hitting 367. Oh, and we're waiting patiently. Oh, we got to second. Oh. 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 Something's happening. I hear little bubbles of sound. Okay. Runner's on third. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. Quake too short. That'll be the first out of the top of the second. That'll be straight to third baseman for the second out. Cash considerations. Boys chest back again. The 9-hole hitter coming up. That'll be a fly out. So 3 up, 3 down for Providence. Nothing coming across. 5, 6, 7 due up for New York. That ball's hit the left. Oh, caught by the left fielder. Little more oomph under it. Might get out of here, but it does not get out. Here comes Ramirez. That ball's hit to center. It'll be right to the center fielder though. He didn't even run to first. Bebe, who's having a great position so far, hitting 444. It's an angel number. That ball will be out. Just like that, no runs, no hits in the bottom of the second for New York. Still searching for their first hit, New York is. As here comes Providence. Traveler up to bat now. It's so much worse than it was a minute ago. And he's out. Baltz make contact, and it'll be... Something will happen. It's a base hit. Yeah, this one my last one. Zelwinski. Yeah. Does something. I don't know why it's... hold on. I'm going to leave and rejoin.
Now, ground ball is second base, thrown onto first. Will retire Summers. Inning is over. 2-0 Providence as we head to the bottom of the third. Kristohauser a base hit to right on the 1-2. And New York has their first their first hit of the ball game. Quick double play though will take them off the base paths. 4-6-3. Brian Payne with 2 outs, nobody on. A base hit up the middle. We have a runner on first for Mihier. Pitch from Krabula. And Mihayer will lace a base hit into right center field. First and second now. 2 away. Teggy strikes out to end the inning. 2-0 Providence. We head to the top of the fourth. Pants strikes out. And now here comes Quake with 1 out and nobody on. Base hit into right field. Quake with a single. Now with the runner on and 1 away, here's Cash's Considerations, who draws a walk on 4 straight pitches, bringing up Boys to Chest back again. First and second, 1 away. Fly ball, deep left center. It's going to drop into the gap, and 2 runs will score. It's a double for Boys to Chest back again. They advance to third on the throw, 4-0 Providence. Now deep drive right field, caught just shy of the warning track. Grail Traveler with a sac fly, bringing home back again. As they head back again to the dugout with another run on the board for Providence, 5-0. Base hit for Baltz. They're on board. 2-out single for Seymour Baltz, bringing up Paulo Zalewski. Big Rooster on the mound, and now a fly ball to left field that will be caught. So the starter for New York chased in the fourth here. 3.2 innings for them. Some dog with a base hit off of Krabula. As we start the bottom of the fourth here. Some dog at first. Tanaka will strike out on the circle change. Ramirez, fly ball left field. It's going to be caught. Now a base hit for Bay. The relay throw to third is going to be off target. Dog is safe. And Von Christelhauser is going to fly out to retire the side. So 2 left on base for the Voyagers as they do not score despite 2 runners in scoring position. 5-0 Crabs. We head to the top of the fifth, 1 away. Beryl Summers with a base hit. Now here's J.D. Pants with a runner on first and 1 away. Grounder to second, over to second in time for the fielder's choice. No relay throw, so that's all they'll get. Hurry Quake now with 2 outs and runner on first will step in to face Big Rooster. Struck out on the 2-2 fastball. That will finish off the top of the fifth. Cash's Considerations now the shortstop. Sorry. The inning changes to the bottom of the fifth. Henry Magic, the third baseman, gets on board with a single off of Count Krabula. Now Payne will draw a walk on the full count pitch, advancing Magic over to second base. Here's Mihayer. First and second, nobody out, and a strikeout will retire Mihayer. Nolan Teggy gets on board with a line drive, is going to be the second out of the inning. A line out to right field. Sorry, I was reading Waldo's message in chat. Summit Dog draws a walk, and now it's a full bases loaded. Isuro Tanaka flies out to right. So the Voyagers load the bases but do not score. It's still 5-0 Crabs as we head to the top of the sixth. Considerations. Going to be the first out of the inning with a line drive to Magic at third base. Back again will ground out to first for the second out. 2 away. Nobody on for Grail Traveler at the top of the lineup for the Crabs. A strikeout at Traveler finishes off the inning. Providence goes down in order 1-2-3, and that finishes off the 6th inning for them. Voyagers take their turn at the bat in the 6th inning here. Ramirez will draw a walk on a 3-1 count. And now here's Bay. Deep drive, right field, over the... Oh no, it's going to be caught! Reaching up near the track. Robbed of a home run, Bay. And now a double play attempt. It's going to be a fielder's choice grounded into by Von Christelhauser, but the relay throw at first was late. So Christelhauser gets to first base, but Magic flies out to left field to end the inning. New York gets a walk, almost gets a home run. but no score from the Voyagers. 5-0 Crabs. That's going to be an error against the Voyagers' defense. Bad throw from Henry Magic at third base. Error charged to them as Baltz is on safely, and then Zalewski will single to left to advance Baltz over to second base. First and second, nobody out from Mayfeld. A base hit up the middle. That's going to score another. Providence starting to make this into a runaway here. 6-0 in favor of the Crabs in the top of the seventh. Beryl Summers pop flies out to the shortstop infield fly rule in effect. Now one down, first and second for J.D. Pants. 6-run lead for the Crabs. It's John Whitman on the mound, by the way. Pants will pop out to Dog, the first baseman, for the second out. Now here's Hurry Quake. Base hit into left field. Another run will score. Zalewski scoring from second base. Mayfeld over to second base. RBI single for Hurry Quake. It's 7-0 Crabs. Cash's Considerations lines out to left, and that will end the top half of the seventh. It's time for the stretch here in New York. And then the top of their order will try to make something happen as they trail by 7 runs. Payne grounds out. 1 down. Here's Can You Take Me Higher. And a base hit into right. 1 out single for Me Higher. Now Teggy. 1 out, runner on first. Off for second goes Me Higher, and they're safe. That'll be their 9th stolen base of the postseason. Now Teggy strikes out for the second out of the inning. Summon Dog flies out to left, and that will end the inning for the Voyagers. They trail by 7, and they only have 6 outs left to make up that ground. Top of the 8th we go. Back again. Laces one right back up the middle. Their second hit of the ballgame. They're 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Traveler now leads the team 11 RBIs in the postseason, but they ground into a double play 6-4-3 in this at bat. 2 down, nobody on for Seymour Baltz. And now a base hit down the line in left. Baltz on board with a 2-out single. Zalewski steps to the plate, and they swing and miss at the fastball on the 1-2 count to retire the side. Bottom of the 8th, Tanaka, Ramirez, Bebe. 0-2 pitch by Tanaka is blasted into the left center field. Gets all the way to the wall, and Tanaka will be safe at second with a double. Diego Ramirez flies out to center field, 1 down. Here's Adam Cole Bebe. It's Krabby Pebbles on the mound. They strike out Bebe. 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Von Christelhauser. And a base hit. The throw of the play is offline, and it's going to get past the catcher. Error against Beryl Summers. Von Christelhauser takes second. Tanaka scores. It's now 7-1. New York with their first run on the board, and they will add another right here as Henry Magic with a RBI double, making it 7-2 as the Voyagers draw closer. Payne gets that one past the shortstop. The throw to the plate is not in time. Payne advances to second. RBI single. 7-3. The Voyagers are making a comeback here. 7-run deficit now down to 4. It's now Randy Colon on the mound, and a pop fly to the second base, and then will stymie the rally that the Voyagers had put together there, but they score 3 times in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 7-3 ball game. Well, the Crabs answer back. Mayfeld, a single to right. Beryl Summers steps to the plate with Pants on deck. Grounder to short, over to second to get Mayfeld, back over to first to get Summers. Double play. And that brings up J.D. Pants against John Whitman. 2 outs, nobody on. Base hit for Pants. They're on board. Now Hurry Quake. And a base hit for Hurry Quake. They're on board with a single. Pants over to second. It's first and second with 2 outs for Cash's Considerations. And that one gets past the third baseman down the line. Left fielder holding on to it. What are they doing? They throw it in. It's cut off. 2 runs come home. They throw to third to get the out. but not before 2 runs scored. It's 9-3 Providence. They answer back for 2 of the 3 runs that New York scored. It's a 6-run lead heading to the bottom of the 9th. Teggy, the leadoff man, is aboard with a walk, bringing up Summit Dog. If the Crabs win this, we go to a game number 7. If the Voyagers win it, they advance to the World Series. But they're down to their last 2 outs here. Make it their last 1 out as Tanaka flies out. Teggy at first base. They still need 6 runs here with only 1 out to play with. Diego Ramirez draws a walk. First and second. Adam Cole Bay. 2 outs, first and second. A walk is drawn. And now it's Von Kriestelhauser. Slow roar, shortstop over to first in time. Crabs win it and force a game number 7. They load the bases in the bottom of the 9th. And that got real close in the bottom of the 9th there for the Crabs, but they win it to even the series at 3 apiece. The win will go to Krabula. Loss goes to Woods. Count Krabula, your player of the game, with 6.1 shutout innings. Excellent job keeping the Voyagers' offense under control for the first half of that ball game. For the first 2/3, really, of the ball game. And Providence Crabs win it to tie the series at 3 apiece. Adjusting the crawler here. Saving the game. And now we head to the Apex Toros game. Calm Chicken and Pedro Martini on the mound for their respective squads. Cancun is 1 win away from a World Series. The Indianapolis Apex are 1 win away from forcing a game number 7. Let's see, just checking on something here. Okay, just Voyagers for game 7. Okay. Alrighty. So Pedro Martini on the mound for Cancun. The Toros beat DVS 3-0 in the quarterfinals after losing to DVS 4-3 in the semis last season. Bit of revenge ball there. But speaking of revenge ball, the Apex were knocked out of the playoffs in the quarterfinals by Cancun last season, so they're looking for a little bit of revenge as well. A prediction is on. We won't be spending too much time on the screen here just to keep things rolling. But the prediction is, do the Apex tie the series? So vote yes if you think the Apex will win this one and make it to a game 7, or no if you think the Cancun Toros will win this game and advance to the World Series. For the first time since season 53, Indianapolis, for the first time since season 50, is looking to make it their way back there to the World Series. It's going to be Goldberg, McKinley, and Skatos due up for the Apex against Pedro Martini to start things off. Just making sure Biana is off. That shouldn't matter for this one since the only other game we already played. But let's get going. We have Goldberg, McKinley. Let's adjust that view real quick. One moment, please. All right, there we go. Just checking on one more thing. Okay. Alrighty. Game underway. Goldberg, McKinley, and Skatos due up for the Apex first up against Pedro Martini. And a base hit by Goldberg starts the Apex off on the right foot here. It's going to be a double to right center on the 4th pitch of the game. You can hear Toros fans booing it and thunder in the background on my end. McKinley will ground out to shortstop. 1 away. Runner in scoring position, though, for Skatos. Strike out, bringing up Leon Rosenthal. As strikeout of Rosenthal on 3 straight pitches will finish that off. So Goldberg doubles to start off the ball game, but 3 straight outs after that mean Cancun is not sweating for long. Gnome Child strikes out on the cutter ball from Calm Chicken. Here's Victor Cortez, series MVP of the quarterfinals. They'll fly out to center field for this one. 2 away, no one on, and it's Ohi Cow due up. leader on the team in RBIs this postseason with 10 of them. They'll fly out to left field for this at bat, and nothing doing for Cancun in the bottom of the first. No scores. We head to the top of the second. Harry Callahan first up. Diving at second is Eucliffe. Unable to stop that from getting through, though. Callahan will be on board with a single. Yiddiff draws a walk, and now it's first and second with nobody out for Babbitt Person. Opportunity here for the Apex. Fly ball left field. It's going to be caught just barely in fair territory? Foul territory? I can't tell, actually. Babbitt Person, the first out of the inning. Now Santos Garcia. Fly ball center field. It's going to be caught in center by Child. And thrown in. Runners do not advance. Bringing up D. Fernandez Jr., the second baseman. Line drive right to the shortstop. Cortez grabs it to retire to the side. Apex get nothing. In strand 2, we still have no score here in Cancun. Rolina of the Toros draws a walk to start things off. Toros have their first base runner of the ball game. Now here's Napoleon Solo. A base hit into right center. That's going to make it all the way to the wall. Solo with a double. It's going to bring home Rolina all the way from first. The DH has wheels. RBI double for Napoleon Solo. Cancun out to the first lead of the ball game, 1-0. Miles Meredith strikes out on the 1-2 pitch. And that'll bring up Sting Eucliffe. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Fly ball by Eucliffe will be caught in center field by Santos Garcia. 2 down. Runner at second for O'Malrain. Tiernan O'Malrain. Ground ball. It's going to get past the second baseman. The throw to the plate. The relay is not in time. O'Malrain takes second on the play. RBI single for them. Napoleon Solo will score from second base. 2-0 Cancun. Beatty gets that one to the second baseman, but it is bobbled. Unable to make a clean throw. It's going to be scored as an infield hit. No error charged to Fernandez Jr. And that one's going to get past Fernandez Jr. It's Child with a base hit. Another infield single. This one on RBI. It's 3-0 Cancun. Victor Cortez strikes out. 3-run score for Cancun. Toros have pulled ahead 3-0. And the Apex will look to answer back. Brent Goldberg. That's going to be another... No, it's going to be a double for them, but they try to stretch it into a triple. They get greedy. Gnome Child, great throw from center field to take out Goldberg at third base. And now ground out by McKinley. Makes it 2 outs and nobody on. If Goldberg had held up at second base, that ground out might have forced them over to third base. Skatos draws a walk. And Leon Rosenthal strikes out, so we'll never know what would have happened if Goldberg had held up at second base. Base running miscue by the Apex. And he cost them no runs scored. Oh, he cowed. Going to ground out to shortstop to start off the bottom of the third. Now Menji Berlina grounds out to third as well, 2 away. Napoleon Solo, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the right fielder. They strike out on the 2-2. That is the side retired. Cancun goes down in order. And through 3 innings, it's 3-0 Cancun. Quick strikeout of Harry Callahan. Pedro Martini rings him up for their fourth strikeout of the ballgame. Deep drive, line drive off the top of the wall in right. Yiddiff needed a little more elevation, and that one was out of the park. But instead, they'll settle for a double. 1 out double for Yiddiff. That person flies out to the left, and now here's Santos Garcia with a runner at second and 2 away. And that's a base hit to right field. Santos Garcia with an RBI single. They needed that one. An .086 average in the postseason. They're going to be pretty happy about breaking that streak. Fly ball left field. It's going to be caught short of the track. Fernandez Jr. retired. Apex score a run. It's now 3-1. A bit smaller of a lead for Cancun now. We'll see if they answer back. Miles Meredith lines out right to the shortstop. 1 away. Now here's Sting Eucliffe. Deep drive, right center field. That one is out of here! Sting Eucliffe, my player! A home run in the semifinals makes it 4-1. 409 feet. That's crazy! O'Malrain with a base hit. And now Carlton Beatty steps to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. And that's a bloop single that will bring O'Malrain to second base. First and second, one away for the Toros. Gnome Child. Ground ball to third. Diving stop thrown on to first. Great play by the third baseman of the Apex, Brent Goldberg. Huge play to rob the Toros of a hit. But now it's going to be a 2 RBI single by Victor Cortez. Brings home both base runners, 6-1 Toros. New pitcher Romeo McFlourish enters the ball game and gets Ohi Cow to pop out to the shortstop. Sai is retired in the home half of the fourth, but the Toros score 3 more runs. 6-1 ball game. Martini back to the mound, retiring Brent Goldberg on the strikeout. Now here's McKinley. McKinley will ground out to second base, 2 down. Now Mosquitoes strikes out. 1, 2, 3 go the Apex, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. Toros lead it by 5. Brolia strikes out, 1 down. Here's Napoleon Solo. Fly ball left field, it's going to be caught. 2 away, and now Miles Meredith steps to the plate. The pitch from McFlourish. Fly ball, center field, it's going to be caught. Santos Garcia hustling in to grab that one. Size retired. Toros go 1, 2, 3. They hold on to their 5-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th. Deep drive, Leon Rosenthal. It's going back. It's over the wall. Solo home run for Leon Rosenthal, and now it's 6-2. Apex starting to inch back into this one. It's now a 4-run lead for the Toros instead of a 5-run lead. Harry Callahan will strike out. Now here's Yiddiff. 1 out, nobody on. Deep drive, right field. That one's going to get over the wall. 2 solo home runs for the Apex make it 6-3. Rosenthal and Yiddiff narrow this lead down. 3-run ball game. Samuel Smoltz, the new pitcher for the Toros. Babbitt Person going to ground out to O'Malrain for the second out of the inning. Santos Garcia, base hit into the right center corner, the right center gap. There's not a corner out there. Santos Garcia is going to make it to second base with a double. D. Fernandez Jr. a base hit. That's going to bring home Santos Garcia. Heading over to second is Fernandez Jr. That's an RBI single. They advance to second on the throw. 6-4. Apex are getting closer. Brett Goldberg pop fly to first base, and that will retire the side to bring us to the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, it's pretty round out there. Yeah, no corners in right center. Romeo McFlourish back on the mound. Retires Stinging Eucliffe on the strikeout. Here's O'Malrain, the third baseman. Strike 3 on the 0-2 cutter. That's going to bring up Carlton Beatty. The 2-0 to Beatty. Back up the middle. Base hit for Carlton Beatty, a 2-out single. And that brings up the top of the order yet again for the Toros. Gnome Child, the center fielder. Runner on, 2 outs. Walk drawn on the full count pitch. Good patience at the plate there from Child. Now Victor Cortez. Already with 2 RBI, but they strike out in this at-bat to end the inning. 2-run lead for Cancun as we head to the top of the 7th. Indy coming off of a 3-run top of the 6th. We'll see if they can add on. McKinley retired on the ground out. Mosquitoes fly ball. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder. Possibly bad pathing there. I don't know what happened, but Skato's going to pick up a double and put themselves into scoring position with only 1 out. Leon Rosenthal strikes out, bringing up Harry Callahan. Line drive, right field, caught in right, and that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th after the stretch. It's 6-4 Toros. Ground out to shortstop retires Ohi Cow. McFlourish still pitching. About to reach 3 innings of work here in relief. Menji Berlina strikes out on the 2-2 cutter. And now here's Napoleon Solo. Ground ball, second base, on to first in time. 3 up, 3 down. As the Toros go down in order, we head to the top of the 8th. Apex will send Yidif, Babbitt Person, and Santos Garcia to face Samuel Smoltz. Grounder to second. And not able to throw on to first in time. Yidif reaches with an infield single. Babbitt Person draws a walk. And now here's Santos Garcia. Ground ball, it's into the outfield, base hit. The relay throw to the plate is not in time. RBI single for Santos Garcia. They advance to second on the throw. Babbitt Person over to third. Yidif scores, and now a base hit to right is going to tie the ball game. Throw offline, and that's going to be error on Napoleon Solo. Santos Garcia comes home to score. Indy takes the lead, 7-6 in favor of the Apex. Goldberg lines out right to the third baseman to put the first out on the board here. As Lizzie Woohoo enters the game and immediately gets the first out of the inning. Stealing third is Fernandez Jr. McKinley at the plate. Fly ball at left field. Will it be deep enough? It will not be to score the runner. It is 7-6 Apex. 2 outs, runner on third. Skatos with a base hit. That's going to bring home another run. Apex add an insurance run. It's now a 2-run lead, 8-6. And that brings up Leon Rosenthal. Runner at second, 2 outs, struck out. And that retires the side. Indianapolis, though, scores 4 times to take the lead by 2. Takeda Takahashi, the new pitcher for the Apex. Miles Meredith flies out to center field. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. No one on. Stinging Eucliffe. 1 out. Grounder to first. Retires Eucliffe. 2 away. And now here's O'Malrain. O'Malrain strikes out to end the inning. Cancun at one time held a 5-run lead in this ballgame. They now trail by 2 and are down to their last 3 outs. Callahan will pop fly out in foul territory. The catcher, Beatty, will take care of that one. 1 away. Here's Yidif. Walk drawn off of Woohoo. And now Babbitt Person steps to the plate. Strikes out. 2 down on the cutter. Santos Garcia now. Ground ball. Base hit for Santos Garcia. The relay throw to third is not in time. Santos Garcia advances to second on the throw. And now Fernandez Jr. with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Back to the mound. Over to first in time. Out number 3. Cancun prevents Indianapolis from doing any more damage. Still 8-6. 2-run lead for the Apex. Tours need to score 2 to send this to extras, and Beatty strikes out, bringing up Gnome Child. Gnome Child draws a walk on the 3-1, and the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Victor Cortez. And that's a base hit. Tying runs on board. Gnome Child over to the third. It's first and third with 1 out for Ohikau. Game winner at the plate, and that's a base hit. That's going to bring home a run. It's now 8-7. Cortez over to second. Ohikau with a RBI single. Now Menji Berlina, hot-hitting DH. Slow roller to second. They step on second for the fielder's choice. No relay throw. 2 outs, first and third. Tying run at third base. Here's Napoleon Solo. James Noble comes in to pitch for the Apex. The 1-2, they struck him out looking on the splitter. That will finish off game number 6, and it is a tie series, 3-3. We will have game number 7 in Cancun. Alrighty, let's go ahead and update the crawler here. 8-7, the victory for the Apex. Great job by them coming back in this one from a 6-1 deficit to win it 8-7. The win is going to go to McFlurry, save to Noble, and the loss will go to Smoltz. Yidif will be your player of the game after going 3 for 3 with an RBI and 3 runs scored. Santos Garcia, though, had 4 hits and 2 RBIs. What a great game for them at the plate as well. That will finish off game number 6. We have 2 game 7s in the major semifinals. So let's save the game, advance the day, save the game again. And then we will take a look at all of the changes to be made for game number 7 for these majors teams. Let me double check, make sure that there's no minors games. Perfect. We deleted those games, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Voyager, stamina check. Yep, we can do. There we go, Enoch. Yeah, we'll be starting with the Crabs Voyagers since we just did the Apex Tauros. Thank you, Tampa. Alright, Crabs have changes. Joe Random to Middle Relief Normal None. Ah, I see. Okay, Middle Relief Normal None. Iceman, your scheduled starter, Crabs. Let me know if there's any other changes you want me to make or if that looks good. Apex. Let me get you a stamina check here. There we go. Okay, Tauros. Okay, Benico to set up 6th or later and high leverage. Okay, and then Smoltz to Middle Leaf. Oh, wait. There we go. Middle Leaf, avoid high leverage and mop up. Okay. Does that look good, Twitchy, or did I miss anything or anything else? Voyagers have changes, so we'll swap over to them. I should probably send a screenshot. Hold on. Twitchy's on mobile, so get you a screenshot here. Okay. Voyagers. Game 7 pen. Okay. Jones stopper, 7th and close. Closer, Rooster and Crookwell, middle normal. That's good. Middle avoid high leverage for both of these two. And Whitman removing the secondary. Okay. And then game 7 lineup. Payne, Mihire, Dog. Tegi, Tanaka, Ramirez, Bebe, Von Crystalhauser, Magic. Payne, Mihire, Tegi. Dog, Tegi, Tanaka, Ramirez, Bebe. Okay. Alright. Enoch, let me know if that looks good, or if you have any other changes you need to make. Crabs, anything else? Okay, Apex. Romeo McFlourish, none, avoid high, none. Let's see, Noble, middle, use more lung. Stevens, middle, normal, middle. Takahashi, middle, less, none. Walk, none, avoid high, middle. Okay. Does that look good, Fetty, or did I miss anything? Anything else? All right, Tauros are good. Voyagers are good. Just waiting on confirmation for the Crabs and Apex if possible. Apex good. All right, last chance Crabs. Anything else? We didn't make the change. I'm just gonna save, and I think we're good to go then. Okay, alrighty. Crabs Voyagers, game number 7. 2 game 7s to finish off the stream. We'll be finding out in back-to-back games which 2 teams are going to make it to the World Series. Will the Crabs complete the reverse sweep? Will the reigning World Series champion Voyagers make it back to the World Series? Will the Apex take revenge on the Toros for last season's quarterfinals and make it to the World Series? Will the Cancun Toros make it back to the World Series for the first time since season 53? Let's find out the answer to all of those questions, starting things off with the Crabs and the Voyagers. Making sure that BNN is off. Yep. Alrighty, I think we're good to go. We have Traveler, Baltz, and Zalewski due up for the Providence Crabs against pitcher Taylor Adkins. 14-6 in the regular season. 3.94 ERA versus Iceman, who comes in after the regular season of 8-9, 4.40 ERA. All right, game number 7, the decider between these Legends East rivals, the Crabs and the Voyagers. Who's going to win it? Let's find out right now. Providence, New York. Let's adjust that view. Hold on one moment. It was fine a minute ago. There we go. Welcome to the conference finals, game 7. Both teams will be able to clinch this series with a win and advance to the World Series. Only one of them can do that. Traveler starts things off on the right foot for the Crabs with a single to lead off the game. Baltz will strike out on the circle change. Makes Mayfeld a fly ball to left field. And that will be the second, and that will be the third out of the inning. Nothing on a hit for Providence. Iceman takes to the mound as Payne, Mihire, and Dog due up. Payne, pop fly, shallow center field. Second baseman Mayfeld will take care of that one away. Can he take Mihire, the left fielder? Strikes out. And now here's Summer Dog. Nobody on, 2 away. Ground ball at third base, over to first in time. Side is retired. Voyagers go 1, 2, 3, and we head to the top of the second. Errol Summers strikes out against Taylor Adkins, 1 away. 1 down, nobody on for Pants, the DH. Fly ball, it's going to be caught in right. 2 down. Hurry Quake now. Going to strike out on the 1-2 curveball. Nothing across for the Crabs. Bottom of the second we go. It's Tegi, Tanaka, and Ramirez due up for the Voyagers. And a base hit for Tegi. Voyagers with their first hit of the ballgame. It's a double to start off the bottom half of the second for the Voyagers. Tanaka, fly ball left field deep. That was over the wall. 2-run home run for Isuro Tanaka, and the New York Voyagers are out in front 2-0 early in Game 7. Now Diego Ramirez grounds out to the shortstop. That'll be the first out of the inning, bringing up Adam Cole-Bay-Bay. Grounder to second, over to first in time. 2 down. Von Christelhauser grounds it out to the shortstop, and that will finish off the inning. But not before New York strikes for 2 off of the bat of Isuro Tanaka, their second home run of the postseason, and a big one here in game number 7. Considerations on the board with a single to right. Leadoff base runner is aboard for the Crabs. Boys to chest back again. A base hit to right. Heading to third is Considerations, and heading to second is back again, but they're thrown out by Tanaka. Dog with the cutoff, and that wound up that wound up taken back again off the base paths. Traveler draws a walk. Baltz draws a walk. Back-to-back walks, and now the bases are loaded with only one out for Zalewski. Struck out on the 1-2 cutter. 5th strikeout of the night for Adkins. And Mayfeld strikes out with the bases full on the circle change. And that will finish off the inning. Providence loads the bases but do not capitalize. It's 2-0 Voyagers, and Henry Magic will start things off for New York on the right foot here in the bottom of the third. A base hit for Henry Magic. Now Brian Payne grounds out to second base. Yep, this is Game 7. Not only is this Game 7, but we have another Game 7 coming up as well between the Toros and the Apex. Meyer with a sacrifice fly that's going to score Magic from third. It is now 3-0. No, all the minors games are done. We have our minor league World Series set in stone. It's Florida versus California on Saturday. Summer Dog with a 2-out double. Yeah, California swept and Florida won 4-1. Nolan Teggy with a base hit into the corner. Voyagers take a 4-0 lead here in the third. RBI double for Teggy, and now Tanaka will strike out to end the inning. But New York has struck for 2 more. It's now 4-0. Merrill Summers, a ground out to second base to lead off the top of the 4th. Now here's J.D. Pants. Pants a base hit into right field. They're on board with a 1-out single. Next up is Hurry Quake, the catcher. Line drive right to third, 2 down. Cash's considerations. The shortstop grounds that one into left field, a base hit. First and second now, 2 outs for back again. And struck out looking is boys to chest back again. 7 strikeouts on the day for Taylor Adkins. Side is retired. And Crabs getting nothing yet again. Base hit over the head of the right fielder. Diego Ramirez is going to be motoring on over to third for a triple. Leadoff triple for the shortstop, and now Bay will get a base hit into left field to bring him home. 5-0 Voyagers in Game 7. Juan Christelhauser, a base hit into the gap in right center field. That's going to be an RBI triple as Bay scores from first, and the Voyagers increase their lead at 6-0, and a new pitcher comes in. It's Dr. Hubert Malbec. And ground out to Malbec will retire Henry Magic, and that will be the first out of the inning. Brian Payne, a base hit into the gap in left center. Another run comes home. It's 7-0 Voyagers. And this is looking to be getting out of hand very quickly for the Providence Crabs. Now ground out to second base will retire Meyer. Here's Summer Dog. Two outs, runner on third, and strike 3 looking. And the Voyagers will get 3 in the bottom half of the 4th to expand their lead to 7-0. Grail Traveler grounds out to start off the top of the 5th for the Crabs. Now here's Seymour Baltz, the right fielder. Fly ball, center field. It's going to be caught. 2 down. Paulo Zalewski now will face Taylor Adkins. Fly ball left field will end the inning. Crabs are sent down in order. New York leads 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Nolan Teggy will lead things off for the Voyagers. That's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. 1 away. Yasuro Tanaka, the right fielder. 2-run home run earlier on in the ball game. They will ground out in this at bat though. It's 2 outs, no one on for Diego Ramirez. Slow roller to second base, over to first in time, and the inning is over. Voyagers go 1-2-3. They go quietly for the first time since the first. And we head to the top of the 6th. Miggs Mayfeld for the Providence Crabs leads off with a strikeout. Now Beryl Summers, the left fielder. And a base hit into left field. Summers is on board with the single. Now here's Pants. Pants striking out on the fastball. That'll bring up Hurry Quick. 2 outs, runner on first, and a fly out to center field will end the inning. Crabs strand a base runner, and they get nothing across. It's still 7-0. The Crabs are down to their last 9 outs to try and make something happen. Adam Bay will pop out in foul territory, 1 down. Von Kriestelhauser, a base hit up the middle, will be a single for the center fielder. And now Magic comes to the bat. And a base hit into left field. Advances Von Kriestelhauser over to second base. It's a single for Magic. 1 out, first and second for Payne. Ground ball third. Over to second. Fielder's choice. No relay throw. So they'll just get the 1. 2 outs. Runners at the corners for Mihire. The pitch from Malbec. And it's wild! Wild pitch will advance Payne over to second base and score Magic. It's now 8-0 Voyagers. They strike out Mihire. It is now 8-0, and Providence only has 9 outs to work with here. Cashless Considerations flies out to center field, 1 down. Now here's Boys to Chest back again. Strike 3, swinging. Bringing up the top of the order yet again, Grail Traveler. And struck out looking on the screwball. Number 11 on the day for Taylor Adkins, who is dealing 7 shutout innings so far, and they might not be done. Justin Ferb on the mound for the Providence Crabs as Summit Dog lines out right to first base. And the Providence Crabs lineup was looking great through the last 3 games as they put 3 wins on the board in the series as Teggy singles to right. But they were not looking good in the first 3 games, and it seems like they've kind of lost the momentum a bit. Maybe run out of steam a bit here in Game 7. Tanaka flies out to right. 2 down, runner at first for Ramirez. Ground out to second base, and that will end the inning. We'll see if Providence can prove me wrong. They need 8 runs in only 6 outs. Top of the 8th we go. Baltz. Grounding out to third, 1 down. 5 outs left for the Providence Crabs. Paulo Zalewski, a base hit into left center field. They're heading for second, and they get there. The wheels on Zalewski. Miggs Mayfeld will strike out, though, bringing up Beryl Summers, the left fielder. Line drive caught in right field, and Providence will be down to their last 3 outs. New York, 3 outs stand between them and the World Series, as the reigning World Series champs look to defend their title. Bebe and Von Kriestelhauser are a quick first 2 outs at the bottom of the 8th. Now here's Henry Magic. Ground ball to third, and that will retire the side. Voyagers go 1-2-3, but now they need to focus on the defense. 3 outs is all that stands in the way of them in the World Series. J.D. Pants strikes out, 1 down. Here's Hurry Quake. Ground ball to third, over to first in time, 2 down. And Providence down their last out, down 8 runs. Cashless Considerations. It's going to ground out to short, and that will end the ball game and the series. New York, despite dropping 3 in a row to the Providence Crabs in games 4, 5, and 6, win the crucial game number 7 to advance to the World Series. That New York fans might have been sweating a little bit after Game 6, but as soon as they came out in this one and scored 7 in the first 4 innings, their fans started to breathe a little bit more normally after that one. Iceman will take the loss. Adkins gets the win. A fantastic outing on the mound for them. They'll be your player of the game with 7.1 shutout innings and 11 strikeouts. Congratulations, New York Voyagers. You'll be back in the World Series to try and defend your title. Let's take a look at who the series MVP was. It's going to be Brian Payne, who went 11 for 31 with 355 average. So congratulations, Brian Payne. And now, our last game of the stream. Game number 7 between the Apex and the Toros. Last prediction of the night is live. Go ahead and make your prediction if you want to try and gamble some channel points on... sorry, that's an old one. I can't see the prediction on my end. Let me refresh real quick. I see that it's going on in... Okay, in OBS. Who wins? Indianapolis versus Cancun. A simple who wins prediction. I could see it was going in OBS. I just couldn't see it on my phone for the actual prediction. But, yeah, who wins? Let's update the crawler real quick for anyone that jumps in here. There we go. All right, that's adjusted. Alrighty. I think we're good to go. I don't know of anything else that we need to do here. Okay. Alright, I think we're all set to go here. Just see pictures. You mean like the preview of lineups? Or yeah, sorry. I should have put that up on the screen. John Cowgill versus Smidius on the mound for their respective squads. Both with a very respectable win-loss record. Smidius 13-6, Cowgill 12-9. And in terms of batters, Eucliffe leads the Toros in average with 300, while the Apex have two batters that have hit over 300 this season, in Edward McKinley and Harry Callahan. We're going to go ahead and get started. I think Goldberg, McKinley, and Skatos due up for the Apex. Game number 7. Winner take all. And the winner will go to face the New York Voyagers on Saturday night. Let's get this game started. We take you to Cancun, and we'll probably need to adjust the... Yep, we'll need to adjust the view again. One moment. All right. I apologize if my voice starts to go. This is our 8th game of the stream. So if my voice starts to go a little bit, I apologize, but we're gonna keep on going through it. Brent Goldberg, McKinley, and Skatos due up. Welcome to Game 7 of the PBE Conference Finals for the Champions Conference. Winner take all. And Brent Goldberg starting the Apex off with a great start. They're on board with a single. Toros won the first 2 games, making it 2-0. Then the Apex tied it up in games 3 and 4. Toros took game 5, and in game number 6, the Apex came back from a 6-1 deficit in order to win it 8-7 and force a game 7. Skatos strikes out for the second out of the inning. Goldberg on first. Here's Rosenthal. Line drive base hit into right. The throw to third, safe at third, is Goldberg. Rosenthal with a single. Runners at the corners for Callahan. 2 away. And struck out Callahan. And that will bring us to the bottom of the first. Indy gets a couple of hits, but nothing across. Gnome Child starting things off with a base hit up the middle for the Toros. Here's Victor Cortez. Cortez with a base hit up the middle. Back-to-back singles. Heading for third is Child, and they beat the throw safely. Runs to the corners. Nobody out for Ohikau. Base hit into the corner. Ohikau's going to bring home a run. Possibly 2. No, they're going to hold up Cortez at third. Ohikau with a RBI double. Toros take an early 1-0 lead. 2 runners in scoring position for Brolina, who strikes out. Bringing up Napoleon Solo, the right fielder. Grounder to third. They go home with it, and they're out at home. Ohikau heads to third. Great play by the third baseman to get Cortez at home. Now runners at the corners with 2 outs. Base hit for Meredith. That will bring home a run. And Solo advances to third. It's now first and third for Eucliffe. And off for second they go. The throw, though, is wild. Solo comes in to score. Meredith goes to third. Runner at third with 2 outs. Eucliffe grounds out to end the inning, though, and that will end the first inning. 3-0 Cancun. Early lead for the Toros. But we saw this happen last game, too, and the Apex came back to win it. So no lead is safe here in the conference finals. Yiddiff on board with a walk. Babbitt Person strikes out. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. Wild pitch by Cowgill. Means Yiddiff takes second base. Santos Garcia strikes out. And now D. Fernandez Jr. pop fly. Shortstop under it, and they'll catch it for out number 3. It hasn't really been I don't know if I would say that this has been a comeback series, since it's been kind of back and forth a bit. 2-0 for the Toros, then it was tied in the 4th. Indy, well, to be fair, Indy has never had a lead in the series yet, so we'll see. Smidius, Beatty will get on board. Oh, Malrain to second, first and second. And now here's Gnome Child. Base hit into the right field corner. Gnome Child with an RBI double. 4-0 Toros. Malrain scored from second, Beatty over to third. Here's Cortez popping out in foul territory. 1 away. Oh, he cow. The 1-0. Fly ball barely moving out there in left field is McKinley. But it's deep enough that it will score Beatty from third. Runner at second, 2 outs for Berlina. Ground ball to third, over to first in time. But the Toros add 2 more on. It's 5-0. Brent Goldberg strikes out, 1 away. Here's McKinley. Slow roller, shortstop over to first, in time but barely. A ground out by McKinley brings up Skatos, who strikes out. 1, 2, 3 go the Apex. And we head to the bottom of the third. We'll see if Cancun adds on more to their 5-0 lead. Solo, Meredith, and Eucliffe due up against Smidius. Solo will ground out to short, 1 down. Miles Meredith, the left fielder, strikes out on 3 pitches. Now here's Eucliffe. Fly ball to right field, and that's going to be caught. 1, 2, 3 go the Toros. They do not add on. Still 5-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. Cal go back to work. Rosenthal gets a base hit. They're 2 for 2 on the day. Now here's Callahan. Runner at first, no one out for Callahan. Pop fly, second baseman Eucliffe underneath it, and they'll make the catch. 1 out, runner at first for Yiddiff. Check swing, and they did not go around. Ball 4 as Rosenthal will move up to second base on the walk. And Babbitt Person with a base hit. That's going to score a run. Rosenthal scoring from second. Yiddiff over to second base. Babbitt Person with an RBI single. It's now 5-1. Fly out to right field will retire Santos Garcia, but it will advance Yiddiff over to third. First and third, 2 away for Fernandez Jr. Walk drawn. It's now bases loaded, 2 away. Line drive caught in center field, and that's going to be the 3rd out. Toros get out of the jam with minimal damage. Only 1 run across for Indianapolis. It's now 5-1 in favor of Cancun. And O'Malrain will start things off with a walk in the bottom of the 4th here. Leadoff batter's aboard. Now Beatty lines out to center field. 1 out, runner on first. And here's Gnome Child. Line drive right to the left fielder, 2 away. Now Victor Cortez. Slow roller in front of the catcher, but that's not going to be thrown onto first in time. Cortez has got some speed. So now it's first and second. Ohikawa, though, will strike out to end the inning. So 2 runners are left on. The score remains at 5-1 Cancun. We head to the top of the 5th. McKinley, base hit into right field. Runner on, no one out for Skatos. Deep drive, Skatos. That one's over the wall. 2-run home run for Mo Skatos. And the apex draw closer is now 5-3. That one got away from Cowgill, and Skatos made him pay for it. Rosenthal, a base hit over the head of the center fielder. They're on the second base. Rosenthal with a double. And there's still nobody out in the inning. Callahan, line drive caught in center field. 1 out, runner on second for Yiddiff. Fly ball, left field, easy grab for Meredith. 2 outs, runner on second for Babbitt Person. Struck out Babbitt Person, and that will end the 5th inning. But the Apex scored another 2 times to make it 5-3. Only a 2-run lead for the Toros. Do they answer back? We'll see. Brolina strikes out, 1 down.